You're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Back out now comes Washington's offense, and if you do a dive into the 2019 season, you know that things just not so rosy in the nation's capital.
All right, challenges are you
for the
doing?
Redskins. 3-13. Jay Gruden let go back in the middle.
Yo, Jarek, I'm not doing any challenges right now. I'm playing this Draft Champions. Yo, my team fucking stacked. Yo, I'll show you my team. That's game stats, oopsies. Alright. So, QB, I got Michael Vick. Running back, Bo Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, or Zeke, either or. Wide receivers, bruh. Kenny Galladay, Sammy Watkins, Mike Evans, David Moore, Matthew. Oh, I thought I got. Did I not get? I thought I got Randy Moss. Tight end, 91, Evan Ingram, bruh. Or Lane Johnson. Yeah, my team is stacked, bruh. Yeah, look at these. My team is fucking stacked.
Okay, I mean, an opening saved Carolina where he just got let go. To me, he was the top candidate. A professional who played in the league, so he'll be respected that way. He'll be respected as a head coach who took his team to a Super Bowl. First thing he did, got rid of the ping pong tables in the locker room. New man in town, new discipline in town, but I really think it's a home run hire for Washington.
Oh, I should pick that.
I'm with you, but
tried.
isn't it interesting how these coaches can be recycled? Yeah, Carolina apparently says, hey, he's not good enough for us anymore, but other places, they would love to have it.
And
I got Champ Bailey, 93 overall Champ Bailey. No! That corner blitz didn't pay off. I didn't get there in time. Should have brought him in more.
Might have stuck with him through a small.
I'm running a man coverage right now, but I'm gonna check into Tampa 2.
But oftentimes when you're the owner and it's your first hire, you really want to hire someone yourself. And when there's an opportunity, you take it. And that's why Ron Rivera is no longer in Carolina.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I'm using safety right now.
After the incompletion on first down.
I got this locked down. I'm getting pretty good at using my safety. Yeah.
But it's incomplete.
My team is hella good. Alright. I'm running a 4-man blitz right now. I just gotta keep Talib. 90 overall. Yeah, my team's fucking fast. Come here. Let's go! Fuck. I set up great field position for me.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get
Hopefully I can get a good punt return.
Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to do pass protection and their line blocking.
Okay.
But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly. And
I got 1 second. Yeah. Christian McCaffrey.
Ready to go.
I'm gonna run the stretch. Should be able to bounce it out because they have no corners over there. Get blocked. Fuck.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of
that was not very good. Yo, Bo Jackson's insane.
In the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
I also got I got Vic Ingram.
Now from the 25.
Nice block. Yes. Let's go. The reads. Touchdown. I'm gonna start celebrating at the 10. Let's go. 94 overall.
Christian McCaffrey.
Insane. Can't be stopped.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Touchdown.
And would you believe it? This is caught.
Still even here. Alright, yeah.
The fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
All right, partner, one more time.
2 plays, 80 yards.
Put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick.
I always kick it a little bit shorter so that way they don't just knee it, because that pisses me off. They're still going to knee it, damn it. Pissing me off when they knee it.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
Yeah, they're at -1 rushing yards. I'm at 85. Come here. Come here. Let's go. I'm in the game, kid.
He goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 350.
I'm playing an all-pro right now.
Right there.
But since I drafted a kicker, my kick meter's slower.
Woodside.
Oh, I tripped over my own.
Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Wow. What a tackle I made. Am I right?
And that's going to lead to a
tackle
3rd
much?
and 11.
I'm running a hot blitz right now. Probably should check out of this.
Just
Tempo 2.
for 3 thus far. This is
Okay.
3rd and 11. Back to throw.
Well, why is my corner still blitzing on Tempo 2?
Completes it to Powell.
Let's go.
That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads.
I got ball at half, too.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better.
All right, I'm gonna try to get a good punt return.
The ball downfield running it that way,
Like a
doesn't
really
it?
good
But
one.
in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're
All right,
energized.
come on, give me a good one. Give me a good one.
Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's
Let's
gonna
go.
feel good and look great.
That's good. Let's go. Oh, if only I'd stayed up. It's a
So
great
change
punt
of
return.
possession here on the punt. And the Patriots will have
Come
great
on, I can't
starting
see how many
position
yards
as
that
they
is.
take over
I couldn't
1st
see how
and
many
10.
yards that was. Got up to 50, so that was about a 26-yarder.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I tried a playmaker.
From the shotgun, it's Vick.
Ah!
Eluding the pressure
I
right.
have literally no one.
And he's
I
gonna
got the
keep
what?
it
Ready?
here.
Ready? Oh shit! Bring it! Oh! If I had stayed on my feet there, that would have been insane.
Picking up the first down and a
And 92 overall.
gain.
Now those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage
Trying to
downfield,
playmakers.
and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Ah! Did I get the toe tap?
Sideline here
No!
but they'll rule it incomplete.
I think I might have got that toe tap. If I had hit possession, I would have got it. Yo, did I? Actually? Do I have possession? Do I touch? Fuck, let me go down. Shit, I don't think I do. Oh, I can't even challenge it.
Couldn't keep his feet in.
That was so
Second down.
close. Yo, I'm gonna put Bo Jackson. Watch how insane this is. He's literally on crack. Like, high on crack. Haven't even used Zeke yet. I didn't mean to draft 3 running backs even.
An incomplete
Bo
pass
Jackson's
on
gonna
first
power through
down.
like
That
3
leads to
people
a
right now.
2nd
It's
and 10.
insane. Look how big he
Now a
is.
give right side.
See how he just
Jackson able to fight
so
for
he
about
initiates
4
contact
yards
and then
there
he
to
just keeps
13.
falling forward. I don't even know if this dude.
And it looks
Why
like
is Chris
we've got a
McCaffrey?
dime set here defensively. 6
Hold up.
DBs in the game.
Damn, I hate the 2-minute
And
one.
we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
All right.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay
No, this video is gonna be copyrighted. No, hold on. No. Settings. Volume control. Where's music? No, all the way off. Can't get copyrighted. I bet you I already did.
And he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a draw play.
He is a
McCaffrey.
bitch when it comes to.
And
Let's
he's
go!
in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Okay, I want Bo to be in for this, just for you to watch me run this in for the 2-point conversion.
This first half. And the
No,
Patriots
why is McCaffrey in? Bad. Put Bo Jackson in.
Add on to their lead. Now the Patriots will
Put in
use
Bo
the
Jackson.
second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here we go now.
No, put in Bo.
For 2.
Whatever, McCaffrey's gonna be open on this.
Working out of the gun, Michael
Told you,
Vick.
touchdown.
And this is
Or,
gonna be
2 point.
caught. It's good.
I need to go change that back. No, I didn't. Oh my god, didn't mean to call timeout.
The Patriots will take their third.
Didn't mean to hit that. What I meant to do was depth chart. Go to my fullback. Like, look at his power stats. Yeah. Sorry, Zeke. You're not going to get the play.
And final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
They shouldn't be able to knee it.
I
think I did it.
Away.
No! Please return it. Please return it.
In
Bro,
the
it's
end
so
zone.
gay.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back now onto the field comes the offense.
But what? I thought I turned down. I thought I.
And I guess the question,
I thought I turned off the
Charles, is
music.
what's the formula?
I thought I turned off the music. If I get copyright claim now. In-game speakers. Okay. Custom. Fuck. I need this like it is normally. I need stadium speakers. Gone. Down. 0 zilch nada. Or else I get copyright claimed because he is a bitch.
For keeping him better protected.
Ready.
Out there, ready for this next drive, the
Pat
Redskins
Tillman.
offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all...
Nowhere
Get
to escape, and he goes
fucked,
down.
Just give me back the ball already.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean,
I wish I also got Leighton Vander Esch.
For the QB, right? In this case, definitely.
I have no timeout, so I'm trying to try to score again before half. Stop running it, bruh!
A long way to go in this
Come on,
football
punt it.
game. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Oh, come on, don't need it. Don't be a
in a
pussy.
big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
All right.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Snap. Oh, if I had stayed on my feet. Okay. 22 yards per turn.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now
If I
on
can
first
score,
and
it'd be
10.
insane. 32
From the
seconds, no
gun,
timeout.
Vick.
No
He's
way.
gonna take a shot right away for the
Let's go! You can't stop me!
for a New England touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
I'm running the screen.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the
it's not. Didn't even mean to do that.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
They're going to need
this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Powell on the catch. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So we've reached half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. Still going. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Throwing deep for Galladay. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
91.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. Oh, he sheds himself free. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Woodside. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Woodside to throw. And he's going to go down again. Vita Vea. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Michael Vick now leading his offense back out there. The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. On the ground, McCaffrey.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here's Michael Vick. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
No gain on the dump off. It's second down. They run again with Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 38. On 3rd and 1, here's Vick. It's caught by Jackson. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Redskins scoop it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to
ready. They'll set up a throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back live to Orlando. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the Patriots with football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
Let's go now. 8, read. You don't see me. Recon, 132 fighter. Hit it.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Calais Campbell on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. On 1st down, Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Bo.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final, and oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
You better be afraid of me.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The 20. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of that tells you what his mentality is. He is an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man. It's Brown. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Hundley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 26 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Well, Raiders football now, and you know the next time that we see the Raiders most likely be the Las Vegas Raiders. They had hopes of a fairy tale finish in the Bay Area, but that didn't materialize. Came into Week 17 at 7-8, an outside chance at a playoff spot if everything broke right for them, but it didn't. They wound up losing at Denver to finish 7-9.
And even at 7-9, I thought they were ahead of pace a little bit. And remember, a few weeks earlier, that Kansas City game, the second one that they played against them, that almost meant everything. That's how well the Raiders had gotten into position. And even though it didn't turn out the way they wanted, I thought that Derek Carr played better at quarterback. I thought their defense showed great signs of improvement along the way during the season. And they found a runner in the rookie, Josh Jacobs.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run on 2nd down with McGuire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Returnable here from the 38. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Patriot offense returning to the field. And look at this season, 12-4, but they had the 8-0 start. And you think about it in that lens, down the stretch 4-5, including the playoff loss. A first-place finish for the 16th time, though, in 17 years. But now the question circle. We've mentioned Tom Brady. A lot of discussion there. But there's a lot of other questions to answer, correct?
This is one of the...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and... Say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Throwing, Hundley. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Bo. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a toss left side for McGuire. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw here. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Vick. And that is going to be incomplete. It was Justin Bethel who was right there defensively. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Out is Brett Hundley and the rest of the offense as they'll take over here. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hundley, he'll find his receiver. It's Cody Core. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Completes it to McGuire out of the backfield. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is fielded at the 7. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
Keep playing.
We have hit halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. It'll be Vick once more. That is caught by McCaffrey for a Patriots touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Oh, wait. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out is Brett Hundley and the rest of the offense as they'll take over here. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The throw caught by Core. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On first down, here's McGuire. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the handoff, it's McGuire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
McGuire will try to pick it up, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give to McGuire. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Welcome back live to Orlando. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charles Tillman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Let's bring it.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Vick. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Ingram holds it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And it's a New England Patriots touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football?
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run with McGuire. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hundley hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Vita Vea gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go, here we go. 10, touch game. Let's go, D. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw.